Excellent. Thank you for joining us. It is Thursday and we are here again with another edition of Cellar Angels No Dump Bucket. That very important time of the day where we need to actually focus on wine, no spitting, all swallowing, and that's the way we like to do it at Cellar Angels. And this week we're featuring Chardonnay. It's 92 degrees in Chicago today. Awesome time of year. The US Open has started out at Erin Hills up in Wisconsin. The Aspen Food and Wine Festival is going on. There is a ton of things happening. And right now it's Chardonnay time. So we are thrilled to have actually one of our really favorite small producers that's starting to grow with a little bit of a following, Black Cordon Vineyards. So you probably don't know a lot about Black Cordon, which is fine. That's why we're here. And it's a hello, Stephen. It's a small vineyard, husband and wife team. I'm sorry, small winery, husband and wife team. David Dunphy is an individual much like a lot of us who went out to Napa Valley in the 70s, fell in love with it. Fell in love with Napa, fell in love with Sonoma. Fast forward a little bit later, then he turns his soon-to-be wife onto the valley, and they were one of the first destination weddings out in the valley. So he has been smitten with Napa Valley and wine country in particular, and we are in fact the same way. And David produces some microscopic quantities of wine. Cindy, good afternoon, welcome. And this is no exception. So this is the 2013 gorgeous, beautiful golden color with a little bit of hint of like almost green flint to it. 2013 Laguna Road Chardonnay. Now, you probably won't ever find the Laguna Road Vineyard, and that's okay because we found it, and thankfully David and Black Cordon found it. So what's special about this? Okay, first of all, two words. Paul Hobbs, all right? Paul Hobbs is the winemaker. He's a winemaker in I think 4 different continents. He is about as good as it gets when you're making wine. And here's what's neat about a Paul Hobbs project. Normally he does a lot of large production stuff and consults on some, 5,000, 10,000 and above with regards to that. Now this actually is 93 cases. 93 cases of wine and you have Paul Hobbs as your winemaker. That's like having Warren Buffett pick one stock for you, okay? It just doesn't happen. So 93 cases, Paul Hobbs, the gorgeous Russian River Laguna Road location, alcohol 14.5, gorgeous nose. You get, as I mentioned, it's got a great golden color, but it has like hint, almost a tint to it, if you will, of some green color to it. It's just alluring, kind of like green apple, and there is some green apple in this as well. So also, very white burgundy-like. I get a lot of like wet pebbles, wet stone. Imagine if you were walking by a stream and you pick up those pebbles that are about 2 inches deep, and you inhale that smell. It's that beautiful freshness, that minerality, that wet, damp stone. Get a lot of that. Medium body, really good, long finish. Visualize with me here, green apple, ripe green apple, not super tart, but certainly some acidity in the green apple. Wrap that in a caramel taffy, like a light caramel taffy. What is it? T-A? Taffy. Oh. Toffee. You know what I'm talking about. Christopher Von Holt, good to see you, sir. So caramel apple and also pineapple. But it's not overtly in-your-face acid, which I'm going to attribute to the oak, because there's a kiss of oak on this that kind of walks that knife edge balance of over oak, under acid, or over acid, under oaked, and that's that fine line that winemakers walk. Trying to find that balance. Now, as I said, it's 14.5% alcohol, which seems relatively high for a Chardonnay. However, alcohol doesn't scare me. That's probably not a good statement. But alcohol, when in balance, actually is fantastic. The alcohol that's out of balance is the time when you feel it burning down the sides of your cheek and it's hot and it burns your nose hairs. That's not good balance. This is fantastic. Nice mouthfeel, just good body. Again, imagine that white burgundy, almost a white peach element to it with a hint of oak. Very, very good acid. Nancy Holmes, how are you doing, young lady? Good to see you. I think I'll see you in person in about a month and a half. Looking forward to that. And what else can I tell you about this? This is a freaking good wine. That's not technical. But I will tell you that there's two pretty extraordinary Angel bonus offers, and everybody in the Bay Area, you need to pay attention to this one. You buy 6 bottles, the bottle's gonna get autographed. You buy a case, and you and 11 other people get a private tasting with the winery. So if you're in the Bay Area and you want a case of exquisite Chardonnay and they only made 93 of them, this is the time to act. That's the 2013 Black Cordon Chardonnay. It's really, really delicious, especially when the mercury's at 90 degrees. Thanks so much for all your support, everyone. Have a great weekend. Be good to each other, and we'll see you next week on No Dump Bucket.